Hi, my name's Amber Nicholas, and I'm a senior communications major here at Alvernia University. This summer, I had the pleasure of working with Dr. Jody Radosh to create a video production book. This book, written by Kirsten Johnson, one of Dr. Radosh's former co-workers, and Dr. Radosh herself, will have QR codes or scanner codes embedded throughout the book. These codes will include videos, which will show those who wish to learn about video production various camera shots, as well as interviews with professionals in the field of video production. Our research this summer was used to try and find a new way to show students and create ways to keep visual learners' attention. My job was to interview professionals and create videos in such a way that will keep learners' attention. We hope to survey students and readers of the book and find out if they actually took something away from video production itself, and it was a lot of fun. Well, I did it.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Messina, and I'm a senior chemistry student here at Alvernia. Over the summer, I had the pleasure of doing my research with Dr. Kelsey on something that was really important to me. We were studying the effects of a neuroprotective drug on brain cells to try and simulate as to why the brain doesn't regrow after any sorts of damages. The way that we did this is we took PC12 cells that come from the rat adrenal gland, but once we differentiate them, they turn into neurons. That way we can simulate this properly. We damage the cells with a drug called GPE, or glycoproteoglutamic acid, and test the effects and after of how many cells are alive or dead. This topic was important to me after my own traumatic brain injury. That way I was able to fully understand as to why cells don't regrow, and if there's any kind of hope in the future that we can get them to regrow.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Schubert, and this summer I participated in the SURF program at Alvernia University. My research focused on identifying the concentration of lead in a variety of soil samples collected throughout Berks County. Not only was the research successful in regard to working properly, the data collected during the research showed that some of the soil samples could be considered hazardous areas for young children. This is a concern for everyone, and that is why my advisor and I will be publishing the results of the research in a student journal, hopefully by the end of the semester. This research is also being presented at the 251st National ACS meeting in San Diego, California in March, and both the Honors Convocation and HEC-BC Conference in April.
My name is Michaela Boyle, and over the summer I worked with Dr. Kelsey in the SURF research project. My project focused on the basis of cells and how they live and die. And basically, I focused on how the cells grow and what causes them to live or die. And from these tests that we did, we created a growth curve in which we saw how the cells grew and how much they multiplied over time. And these cells were grown in culture, which means they were kept in a media. One set of tests were kept in a normal media with a normal amount of protein, and another set of tests was kept in another set of media with lesser protein in it. And the growth curve then showed how the cells in the regular protein had a normal growth curve, but the ones with lesser protein obviously had a lower growth curve. And then from this, we did separate protein tests to see how this growth curve actually affected the proteins within the cell overall, and how it affected the pathways within the cell that causes the cell to either live or die.
Hi, I'm Mallory Glass, and I'm a nursing student here at Alvernia University. I've had the privilege of being in the SURF program this past summer. What kind of care and treatment would you want one of your family members to receive if they were admitted into a hospital? I think everyone would answer that they would want the best for an ill family member. However, there are an increasing number of nurses who experience burnout, fatigue, and stress from working in such a demanding environment. This has led to an increasing number of nurses who decide to leave their profession, thus contributing to nurse shortages. My project focuses on giving play kits to nurses for them to use daily as a mental and physical break from their daily stressors. Dr. Way and I use surveys to assess nurses' stress levels before, during, and after using the play kit for a month. My hope is for these kits to help nurses decrease their stress levels so burnout can be prevented. This would cause a chain reaction because nurses would be more focused, leading to better, safer patient care, which would improve patient satisfaction, therefore providing better outcomes for the hospital overall. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Meredith McCarthy, and I'm a junior occupational therapy major and a psychology minor. This past summer, I completed the SURF program alongside Dr. Erin Way. My research project was titled Analyzing the Benefits of Incorporating Playful Activities into the Elderly Lifestyle. You are probably wondering where did I get that idea? Well, recently my grandmother moved from her home of 50 years to a residential assisted living community. A woman who enjoyed social events, card games with friends, and occasional trips now was in a monitored environment. The transition from a completely free environment to a somewhat monitored environment presents a challenge for most, so I was worried about how she would deal with her new home. Specifically, I worried about whether she would be bored, lonely, or depressed. After visiting her a few times in her new place, I became interested in the social lives of the activities of the elders. My research included detailed interviews with residents of local residential assisted living communities. The goal of the research was to gain more information about the social lives of this population while focusing on the activities in which they participate and how those activities might affect one's social life. The interview contained distribution measures regarding their depression levels, satisfaction with life, victim of relational aggression, and their ways of coping in various situations. An interest questionnaire was also administered to determine the activities that this population enjoys. Through this research, I am hoping that residential communities can use my research to prepare and provide the best care and experience for our growing geriatric population. I would like to thank you all for providing me with the opportunity to participate in the SURF program's inaugural year. It was a tremendous experience, one that I greatly benefited from.